hanging out with my good friend BC and Dale.
Hi. Yo.
We just got back from Cinema Wasteland. We bought a ton of horror movies. Strangely enough, a lot of Asian horror movies, right?
Not strange for me, but...
Yeah, not unusual for BC or Dale for that matter. You know, we're prone to buy a lot of international and foreign horror movies. Today was no different.
Tonight we're going to start off with this movie called Screwed that is featuring the actor Tadanobu Asano, whose claim to fame is Ichi the Killer.
Again?
But Tom and I have watched a good amount of movies with him, from drama to more horror, and he's always good.
Yes,
so
he is.
I'm excited.
The guy that was selling these DVDs talked this film up. So I've got somewhat high expectations for this flick. I hope it's weird, wild, and wacky stuff. Kick off the trailer, check that out. We'll be right back, motherfuckers. Movie,
to say the least.
Yeah, and for those of you guys that don't know, John joined us about halfway through the review, so I feel like his point is valid. He saw enough of the movie.
I feel like I saw a decent amount of it anyways, because well, that felt like I was here for 2 hours, even though I literally saw like an hour of the film, but man, I just, I expected, you come partway through a movie, you expect to pick it up after a little bit, like, okay, yeah, this is the main character, he's done X, we're at this point, and it kind of said that, so I'm kind of like, okay, but like, man, this movie just kind of bebobbled around, and you're like, okay, and you're trying to like pick up what it's laying down, but like it really doesn't lay anything down, it's just kind of scattering things to the wind.
Yeah.
And then it just gets even weirder.
Yeah. Well, it begins on a very insane note with a beachside mud-drenched orgy, which had us going, what the fuck? And then we kind of tumble into this main character. He's a comic book artist, he's an introvert, and he's just kind of wandering around from city to city. And then at some point, the movie just kind of descends into dreamlike nonsense. That's the only way to describe it.
Holy fuck. I mean, you're left asking yourself for like the 5th time in the last 5 minutes, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, it literally is madness.
Yeah.
At the end, it's just straight madness. Not like, necessarily like hell or horrifying. It's just sheer, pure madness.
Yeah.
There was a John Waters Seinfeld of Japanese underworld. This would be the movie. But when I say that, that's because it's a movie about nothing.
Oh, okay.
But it's a very interesting and very good film. You can follow it very well. It's very strange. But yes, it's about nothing.
Other than that main character, which I think it forces you to latch onto that character and get yourself drugged through this film.
Yeah.
like, yeah, like your brain's so desperate for some cohesion, like, I don't know, our mainly Western trained brains, even though we've seen plenty of foreign films and seen lots of odd cinema,
Sure.
you know, we're still trying to latch onto some of those traditional Western themes of film, like your brain just subconsciously reaching for that, and you're getting nothing other than that main character, so that you're just being led by the nose through this madness. Yeah, right? Like,
it's got crazy music and awesome soundtrack.
Yes.
It's definitely way out there too.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of really weird films, especially weird Asian films, and this actually is probably closer to the top of that list.
Oh yeah.
I actually did really like it, and it's weird because I don't feel like I can like pinpoint why.
No.
Because like Dale said, this is about nothing. I mean, it's the musings of this guy. And in that sense, I could almost compare it to like the book Catcher in the Rye, except I hated that book and I like this movie because at least what this guy's observing or talking about is like interesting.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I mean, if you like movies like Gozu or Visitor Q or
Gozu,
the same actor is in Rampo Noir, which is weird. I feel like this kind of fits that mold, or even like if I'm thinking an American film, almost like U-Turn, where like bad things keep happening.
Yeah,
it's
Twin
like,
Peaks.
and it's just weird. Yeah.
Very David Lynchian.
But I kind of got this because I like the actor. Tom likes the actor. Everyone's seen the actor before. We all like him, and I mean, he didn't let us down.
No.
He's actually what made this more interesting.
Yeah, following him around.
Awesome,
so yeah, I really liked it. That's all I can say.
Rocket Man, what'd you think of it coming into it halfway?
Rocket Man.
I mean, of all the movies to come in halfway to, this is probably about the worst thing you could come in halfway to. But then in other aspects, it was just fine because, I mean, there was really, like I said, there was nothing to really pick up. Because as he's wandering about, so I did wander into this film.
Yeah.
And I plopped down and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just kept getting stranger and stranger. The back says, the ultimate Japanese cult film. I don't know if I can really use the word ultimate there, but this is definitely one hell of a Japanese cult flick. So you talk about your sub genres, man. If you're looking for something to just make you go, huh? Check this out.
7 out of 10? Dale?
I do a 6.5, 7 out of 10 because I enjoyed it. It was very interesting, but it was just kind of like meh throughout the whole thing.
Sure.
But it was very cool. So I don't want to negate anything from it. So 7.
I gotta say, I'll go rapid fire. Really like the actor. He's always been reliable. He stayed reliable. The soundtrack, awesome. Off the walls, weird, which is like kind of what you want from a cult Asian film.
Yes.
So all that put together, I'm going 7.5.
Yeah, alright. Rocket?
I mean, I talk about movies in my wheelhouse a lot. This is not in my wheelhouse. This is in the other batter's box for me. And, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and judge it for what it is, being a really goofy, off-the-wall Japanese cult film. And on that aspect, I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10.
Wow, we're all...
7s across the board.
Yeah, we're all pretty on point. So there you guys have it. That's the review. I hope we've been informative to you guys. Until the next time, tune in to them boys on Neon Trash.